Hello everybody, this is the summer 2025 session of CS1A, Object-Oriented Programming Methodologies with Python. It is the first in the series of Python courses. There is CS3A, 3B, and 3C. No previous programming experience is needed. We'll teach you all you want to know. My name is Manish Tagat, and I'm the instructor for this course. So let's get started. We'll be using Canvas for our course. Although the video here says spring 2025, I'm recording this on June 26th, and I'll be replacing this link with this video right here. Our preferred way of communicating is discussion groups or Canvas inbox. Now the course is completely online. The course moves twice as fast in the summer as it does in a normal semester. So we really have to be on top of our assignments. There are no late submissions that can be accommodated since we'll be moving so fast. Office hours are on Wednesdays at 7. Now these might change depending on requests. I might make them more often or less often. Do send me a note that you'll be attending an office hour so I'm not just sitting waiting there. Our grade is mostly on programming assignments. There's some review quizzes, some participation activities like surveys. There is a midterm and a final. Here are the dates for the midterm and the final. Our textbook is Think Python, which is available for free via this link. You do not need to purchase it. Now, of course, we'll be studying Python from scratch. We will start with the computing model. We will talk about data types, variables, and statements, functions, and conditional and recursion. Then we will stop and take a midterm. Then we'll talk about iteration and loops, lists and strings, and exceptions and dictionaries, and then that will be the course. We will not get into object-oriented programming. That is really the domain of the next course. We will stop with a final. Our grading scale is pretty typical of our college. Do note that you'll be programming with something called PyCharm, so you should use the links here to install it. Now, every week we will have 2 lessons released, typically on Sundays and Thursdays. And Sundays and Thursdays is where our programming assignments and quizzes are also due. So there's something to do twice a week. There is reading and videos that you will watch featuring myself. There'll be short review quizzes and participation activities to make sure that you're still engaged. And then the main activity is the programming assignment, which is a major part of your grade. There's absolutely no late submissions for anything. Typically in the normal semester, we have a lot of time and I can accommodate late submissions for a penalty. But here we only have 6 weeks to get through a lot of material. So no late submissions. Now discussion group is available. One thing I will show you in a little bit. The first thing you can do is post an introduction to yourself, which is the first participation activity. Do use the inbox to send me private messages. Be careful in sharing your code in the discussion groups, right? Don't share your assignment with other fellow students. If you do want to share some code, make sure you anonymize it and ask a very general question. Now, it is important to ask informed, good questions. A good question is where you tell me what you have tried and where you have gotten stuck. A good question isn't where you just say, I just don't understand, I'm lost, please help, right? It doesn't show me where you are, where you have tried, right? Now, this is an online class, so there's no notion of attendance that we have in live classes, but we will look at your engagement through the participation and keeping up with Canvas and logging into Canvas. Do make a note of drops and withdrawal dates. If you find this course is not for you, please do drop it. There are some conditions where I will be forced to drop you if I feel you've signed up and are not participating, or you've signed up and don't realize you've signed up, so you don't end up getting an F in the class. there is some information about disabilities and accommodations. It is fairly easy for me to see when two assignments are the same. As I'm looking at them, it is fairly easy for me to tell. Programming is not a group activity. You must work by yourself. Each submission must be unique, and it is fairly easy for me to tell when two people are collaborating, even if you are able to change portions of your code. Okay, so what can you do to get started? You will be working off our modules tab, and this will be the first lesson that will be available to you. And you should set up your development environment and go to this participation tab and fill out your introduction. I have done it for myself. This is the first thing that is needed of you. All right. I'm excited about teaching you how to programming in Python, and by the end of this course, making you competent in writing programs in Python. So welcome aboard, and let's get started.